catch up right now. Sorry about that. And in addition to being gone for so long, because I was in the process of designing these cards, I had no prior thought or intention of doing this. It just suddenly came to me. And for really a little bit more about that story, watch I have a video where I talk about it, and then I'm also going to be posting a link to a radio show I was on just today about that, if anybody's interested. If you'd like to have these cards, you can check them out on my Kickstarter campaign and get a set of your own. They're really great for anybody can use them, super easy to read from. All right, let's take a look at, we're going to have 3 cards for Libra here. And actually, you might identify with one or the other of these. So I'm going to try not to designate that. We do have a man come up over here and the rider, which is usually thought of as a masculine energy, so probably that's what's going on there. A lot of movement. Okay, but a little bit of a caution. Caution there, interesting. So there's 2 decks in one that I've shuffled together, and I've held the 3rd deck out for drawing leader. So the 2 decks are both numbered the same as there's regular Lenormand, so this is what we see here. We have these 2 cards are partners in the 2 different decks. So the traditional would be the ship, which is about movement, travel, and so forth. And then we have the railed, the tracks, which has kind of a different nuanced meaning of that. And that's what I'll talk about right now. So there is definitely about travel here going on is the thought of, or the theme. So a lot of movement here. With the track, we have more like this, the movement, you're on the track already. Like if you're in a train and it's already going, you're going in one direction unless the tracks themselves, get switched. It's like being on autopilot. You're headed forward. There's definitely that momentum. With the ship, it can, really even talk more about the idea of, I'm trying to, the word is escaping me, of an enterprise. I'm feeling like there's movement here, but there's like an enterprise going on as well. However, we do have the snake, which can say that there's a warning. For some people, there's something that you're just need to be paying attention to here. It could be that on your journey right now, there's need for being aware and wary and having, some caution in some aspect, and I can pull some other cards to see what it might be about. But I also feel that for a lot of you, it's really saying one of the meanings the snake can have is about you might have to be taking a circuitous route. It's about taking a circuitous route to get there. We have tracks which are straight and they're single and there's only one track you're on, but there's still only one track. But that track is maybe going in a roundabout way to get there. And so I'm feeling like for whoever this is meant for, it's saying that I feel like you're like, I'm headed somewhere and I want to get there and I want to make this happen, but I'm frustrated that it's taking so long, that it's going all kinds of different directions, that I think I'm headed in one direction straight. The next thing I know, I'm off in some other direction and I can't get off that track. I'm just kind of stuck that way and I'm going along with it. Like the ship goes with the wind. It can tack against the wind. But it still is dependent on the wind. There's kind of like that feeling, like you're kind of being dependent on just there's things that are beyond your control with that. And I'm feeling like that's what really this is about for most of you. Let's take a look at what's going on with this person. There's a lot of movement over here. And this movement is like, they said to me, a kick in the ass. They're getting a kick in the ass to get going. That's what the stars are about. The stars are like, that divine, providence of just, giving them a push and a shove. And it is the masculine energy who has been stuck in general. That's been the energies on this planet. The feminine have gotten moving sooner in general than the masculine energy has. And so I'm feeling like that's what's going on here. The feminine's kind of frustrated. This is you over here. And if you're the feminine, you're a little frustrated because you feel like you're wanting to just go there and get there, and you want that straight run, and you're not getting it. You're getting a circuitous thing going on, but you really are moving, and that's the message. You are moving. It just doesn't feel like it. So there is far more forward progress than you realize. All right, so let's take a look at the energies between the two of you. we have the fox in the middle, and the fox is a tricky kind of a card. It's generally a negative card. It can talk about just work and even like, you know, the job and being on the job and that kind of thing. And when paired with the fish, which is money, it can definitely talk about that. So in some cases, what this reading is saying for some of you is just highlighting that, and it's saying that this is playing and figuring in for both of you right now, like giving you maybe some kind of focus while you're on your journeys, where I feel like this is more the overall path of maybe your spiritual journey and your destiny and things like that, and the soul growth, which feels like this. But when it comes down to just mundane work, there's you know, right now we're you're given time to focus on that, and the abundance and finances, money, resources, investments, things like that, being, you know, prospering, that is happening right now, and the light bulb really assures us of that. It's like they're even having discoveries, epiphanies, maybe an invention. This to me feels kind of like an entrepreneur kind of energy combined here, and so how that translates between the two of you is interesting, because it's kind of like maybe you're both experiencing this in your own way is what is happening here. So you feel like you're going on the circuitous path, but in the long run, it's also helping bring in some really good things in your life in this regard as you're waiting for other things to kind of come around and into that whole story. This one, you're getting movement is really taking place. So let's go ahead and pull some other cards to see if we can get some more insights on this. I'm pulling from the spirit animals. They have a lot of really interesting things to say. So we have the firefly here, which is number 11. And this is about magic, soul spark. I think there's just an encouragement here that you're on the right track. You are someone really exceptional. Fireflies are truly exceptional. They're amazing creatures. Love them. And to just really, you know, the magic in you is you truly have magic in you, and you are attractive. You are attracting someone. You are very exceptional. So believe in yourself. On this side, we have the albatross, which I chose this card because I wanted to have a card that does convey the idea of things that we hold on to that are like burdens, trials, baggage, feeling cursed, shame, and regret. So this person is feeling sad. I feel like the masculine is, you know, there is something, there's movement, and they're getting kicked in the ass right now. But what's really held them back is a feeling of, I think they've had an awareness already of a lot of things, but what's held them back to some degree, and what's being brought up for you to see right now is the feeling of within them of like not having measured up, of not having been there when they should have, the shame, regret, the guilt, things like that. I think that's what's being highlighted there for them. Oh, I forgot to pull this in my last reading, the planetary influences. So this is a bonus deck of 10 sets of 10 more cards that is the 8 planets plus the sun and the moon, and together with the signs of the zodiac, they actually create the major arcana, so that's kind of neat. And then I'm going to pull one for the influences at play here. Venus, the goddess of love, attraction, and attractiveness in ourselves. I feel like that's very much about the firefly, really realizing your soul spark is very attractive to the other person. So there's a lot of attraction here between the two of you, and far more, I think, than you might sometimes realize. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Check out my Kickstarter campaign if you're interested, and we will see you soon. I'll be around for another set of readings within a week or so. As a longtime tarot card user, I recently took the leap into learning Lenormand, another great intuitive divination tool for accessing the higher knowing of our subconscious mind. Developed in the 18th century by a famous seer, it has a unique voice and direct approach to everyday matters in life. With just 36 cards and simple imagery of things like the sun, the moon, a letter, or a tree, this system delivers thousands of specific meanings through corresponding 2 card pairs. That's a vast possibility of intuitive messages, but the task of becoming proficient in its use is truly daunting. To tackle the learning curve, I decided to create a Lenormand-based oracle of my own that would be visually appealing, but also contain easy-to-read keywords to convey the card's various possible meanings, and contain additional cards that could represent the most common two-card pairs. It would also include timing cards, because who doesn't want to know when something is going to occur? The final result of my creative design process has yielded a trilogy, 3 sets of 36 cards for a total of 108. The picturesque Lenormand Oracle is a beautiful, classic oracle with warm, inviting images evocative of old photo albums. The Nuance Lenormand Oracle contains additional cards that were carefully chosen to represent the meanings of the most common two-card pairs from the Lenormand. The Zodiac and Spirit Animal Oracle contains 12 cards to represent each sign of the zodiac and to address timing, but also to show up in a reading as a particular person, similar to the tarot court cards. A number of animals showed up with powerful things to say. Their voices add nuance and reveal secrets of spirit and remind us of our connection to Source. I'm also offering a collector's bonus exclusive to this campaign. It is 10 additional cards that are the planets, including the Sun and the Moon, and when paired with the 12 signs of the zodiac, they actually form the major arcana from the tarot. This Kickstarter will fund the first run edition of the Nuance Oracle Trio, and subsequent sales will finance the completion of Intuit, an intuitive divination app I've developed based on the tarot and Lenormand. The rewards are as follows. I'm completely finished with the Intuit Nuance Oracle Trio card images. So as soon as the campaign is over, they will be sent immediately to the printers. Thank you so much for your support. I truly can't wait until they're printed, packaged, and shipped to you, and I'm confident that you'll enjoy using them as much as I have enjoyed creating them.